The other common psychological method used in marketing is the classic conditioning method. The idea behind this technique came from a study done by Russian physiologist Ivan Pavlov in the 1890s. Pavlov noticed that his dogs would start to salivate whenever he would enter the room, even if he didn't have food. This was because the dogs had an expectation that they would receive food when Pavlov came into the room, because every time he did have food, he would walk into the room. Pavlov decided to start ringing a bell whenever he gave food to his dogs, and after a while, the dogs would, whenever they heard the sound of a bell, start salivating. This is because the dogs were trained to associate the sound of the bell with food coming. They were trained to have the expectation of food. The same psychological principle works with humans. Brands will try to have certain feelings, reactions, or images associated with their product. If in their advertisements they show certain images in conjunction with their product, the consumer will subconsciously relate the images to the product. The best part of this technique is that it always works. No matter how much you try to block out the advertisements, as long as you see them, you will start to subconsciously relate the two images. Car brands are the biggest culprit of using this sneaky technique. Their advertisements rarely have anything to do with the actual car, but rather about someone driving the car. Luxury car brands will show people in black tie pulling up to a red carpet event, while SUV advertisements will show some adventurous-looking couple with kayaks and bikes in tow driving on some dirt road. At this point, you're barely buying a car, but rather a lifestyle. You're buying into the image of being someone that goes to black tie events, or spends their weekends being adventurous. The car barely matters at that point, it's the image that you're buying. Perhaps the greatest advertising success in recent memory is the Beats headphones brand. Beats controls 27% of the $1.8 billion headphone market, despite making what are generally agreed upon to be mediocre-sounding headphones. The New York Times reported that the actual manufacturing cost of Beats headphones, which sell for upwards of $250, is about $14. The reason Beats are considered such a premium product is because of their marketing and brand image. From the beginning, Beats spent a huge amount of money to pay for celebrity sponsorships. All the most famous athletes were wearing Beats in their interviews, so the consumer started to get the idea that these were fashionable, high-priced headphones. The high-priced, solid, heavy materials, sturdy packaging, and celebrity endorsements all raised people's expectations, and likely psychologically made the headphones sound better